there's a baby Yoda behind you if you want to hold him. He kind of matches your outfit.
Oh.
Get ready, it's the new edition. Your favorite morning meditation. Hey, it's me, pardon my success. I'm a hot mess.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to Pardon My Success. Cheers! Today we are here with my bestie, Rozen Lalas. Rozen, can you tell us a little about yourself?
Oh my gosh, a little.
Just a little. Like, where are you from? Like, what's the vibe?
This might be a long answer.
Okay, I love it.
We don't need mics, right?
I forgot about that. Queen! She's always on top of
Okay.
it. She's a director, guys.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, you can hold her or you can put it on. My thing of advice, though, is that if you put it on, don't touch your hair. Go hold it a little way, or else the S's will really pop. Okay.
Okay.
I get my drinky drink. All right. Now tell me, where are you from?
This is a long answer. I don't even know if you know this.
I don't.
Okay. So this question is really weird for me to answer. It always has been since I was little. I was born in the Philippines. I'm Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 3, we up and moved to Nigeria. Like, Nigeria. And then it was like, wow, here we go. We're doing the whole third culture kid thing. It was Nigeria, then it was Mumbai, then it was New Delhi, then it was Bangkok, Thailand, and then it was back to Nigeria for me, and then
Wait,
London, England.
what do your parents do?
My dad was an international sales director for Coca-Cola.
Oh my God.
Mom was a stay-at-home mom. She was
Queen.
raising 4 kids abroad. Like,
Oh my
yikes,
God,
in
that's
your
crazy.
20s? How do you
Oh my
do
God.
that?
My mom was a stay-at-home mom, but in her 40s. My mom had me at 41.
Come on!
Right?
Asian don't raise
No,
it.
Asian do not raisin. My
Put that on
mother
a shirt.
still looks as good as the day she popped out.
Okay.
She's stunning.
smooth as a baby's bottom.
Bing is an icon. Did you go back to Nigeria by yourself?
Yeah, I was like the only kid at that point. They did not have grades above 9th grade because there was just not enough kids that attended the school because the international population was just so small. I'm sure
my
that's
God.
changed now because Lagos, Nigeria is way more developed. Like when I was there, they just put up their first movie theater. Yeah, and I remember that. Like I remember that so vividly. And yeah, after Nigeria, my brother and sister that were still in high school, they didn't have a grade to go to. So my parents thought it would be great to ship them up north, like 6 hours north, keep them in the same time zone, and put them in boarding school. Like a lot of the Coca-Cola kids, a lot of the Pepsi kids, a lot of the Shell Company kids, the gas kids would go there. And so it was like a thing. It was between ACS and the school name called TASIS. And it was like the boarding school to go to.
Is this all in Nigeria still?
No, so I'm in Nigeria.
Where are they?
They're in London.
Oh, London's
They're-
only 6 hours away?
Yeah, from Nigeria, like straight, and they're in the same time zone. So mom and dad would call us. Dinner was
Did
the
you
same
go to the
time.
same boarding school?
Mm-hmm. So then
Oh
once
my
my
God.
other brother graduated and he went to college in Wales, my sister and I were the only 2 left in school. And so my dad was like, I don't think you want to go to school in Nigeria where there's like a class of 12 people. Like that is not a real high school experience. Do you want to join your sister? That way you guys will have each other. And I was like, absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
So I dipped out to London, England.
God, did you have like the London girl boarding school was it like
It
a
was-
sexy experience or
It was a pretty cute experience, not gonna lie. Shout out to ACS Cobham, Surrey.
That's so cool.
I like had my first love there, first kiss there, first prom, like all of my, well, not all of my firsts, like
Some
my big
large firsts.
large firsts, like as a, idle adolescent young lady. Yeah, like oh my god, I went to school with like beautiful people, like beautiful people. I went to school with the owner of Harrods in London, their son. And I did more push-ups than you.
So it was just like a bunch of rich kids living abroad?
Yeah. Like it was a 5-star boarding school. Absolutely like state-of-the-art gym,
Stop.
Olympic-sized pool, indoor and outdoor, golf course, I would like stroll every night with like my very first boyfriend around the track at night, and we would just be like staring at the stars, like very, very like the wholesome.
So wholesome.
Yeah, like the most wholesome. Like you could write a movie on this shit.
That's so cute.
It was very cute. So my dorm room, I had a roommate and she lived upstairs. So you would go down this. It was in one room, but in the room
There were stairs.
Yep.
That's so sick.
Yeah,
so you
she
still
was
had your
lofted
own
in it.
area.
Yeah, we had our own areas, and we just had one shared bathroom.
I would love to be in the loft. That would be
Yeah.
my dream.
Yeah, I know, but it would just get really hot in the summer.
That's fair.
So I was like, let me be the downstairs
No,
baddie.
that's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah. You
I'm
could
also
sneak out of
sure,
the window.
like, drunk
Yeah, and like you can drink
in London.
in London.
That's so nice. You had like the ultimate
It was
high
fun.
school. That's so
Like
sick. 16
16 and drunk on a field trip.
Like literally.
Don't do this at home,
Yeah,
kids.
Don't try this at home. But if you want to go to a really rich boarding school.
All right. So
Okay.
that's my long-winded answer.
So you were all over the world, and
All over
then
the world.
London, and then where'd you go to college?
Michigan. Lord. It was a twist.
big switch.
Big plot twist. And let me tell you, out of all the places I've lived in the world, that is the one place where I got culture shocked the most. Not Nigeria, not Mumbai, not New Delhi, not Bangkok, Thailand. Sturgis, Michigan. Like, I was shell shocked when I got there and I was surrounded by cornfields.
Yep.
And I was like, where's the mall? Where are the cabs? Where is everything?
Yeah. That's where I grew up.
What?
Cornfields.
I was like, not Sturgis,
Not in
Michigan.
Sturgis,
Oh my
Michigan.
God, stop
But
it.
like 8 hours south. I don't know geography.
Me neither.
So down
Down.
in southern Illinois is where I grew up.
Okay.
Belleville, Illinois. Small town cornfield, mid
Okay,
USA.
so you get it. You get it.
Yeah, middle of nowhere.
Like, nobody looked like me.
no, I showed up, and that's the thing is that
You're like,
that's
I
what
don't
I
get it.
grew up in, and I was like, hello.
Yeah. Like, I wanted to be white.
Yeah. Oh, I desperately want to be.
wanted
My
to be
whole life, I
white.
desperately want to be white.
Yeah. Like, I popped in the blue contacts and everything. Like, you have your gorgeous eyes.
I was not even allowed to. Like, my dad didn't let me wear contacts until I went to college, because he said I was gonna get an eye infection and die.
Oh.
I have not once gotten an eye infection. I've had contacts for many years now.
Wow. Wow. There you go.
I've also had glasses since the 2nd grade. So, and I also had to dance blind
Stop. How did you
in
do that?
shows. I just did it because it was like there was literally no other option. It was that I wear glasses. It was that I wear glasses, and I refused. I honestly, for many years, refused to wear glasses out in public. I would only wear them in class.
But you would look so cute. I bet you
I
look
wear them
so
all
cute.
the time now
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like
yeah.
I do really love them, and
Like-
like I have like cute like Ray-Bans, you know,
Yeah.
whatever, and they're like aviators, and I'm
Yeah.
like, eh. So yes, you go to Sturgis, Michigan. Is that the first time that you experienced the I want to be white feeling?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's
I didn't
crazy.
not want to be white until I moved to Podunk, Sturgis, Michigan. Like, I'm telling you, because I was like, wait a minute. I'm brown. People don't know what to do with me. Like, I was surrounded by Caucasians. Like, surrounded. And nobody, it's like nobody knew my beauty. But, like, nobody knew.
No,
you
okay.
know what I'm saying?
That's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
That was my entire childhood.
Like, I'm a rarity, right?
No, I went to college, and I shit you not, I was surprised that like I was cute. I had no
Isn't
idea.
that funny?
I had absolutely no idea because like people would be like, "Oh, you're so beautiful." I'm like, "You're my aunt. Of course you're gonna tell me that." But like no one else had any interest in me.
Yeah. Same.
It was crazy,
Same. And if they did, they'd always comment on it.
and it was a fetish.
Yes. Yellow fever? Can we just talk about that?
Like, come on,
How do you feel about that?
I hate it.
I hate it too.
Don't fetishize me. I'm not an
Yeah,
anime girl.
No. No.
I like.
Like, oh, I've never been with an Asian before. Oh. Excuse me, sir?
What?
My
What?
unicorn?
You know, like literally what? What?
What? I'm like
Hello?
a human first.
No, yeah.
It's weird. It's like they want to get a little slice. So beware. I mean, to each their own, man. But for me, I'm just like, nah, you need to love me for me first.
Yeah.
And just like appreciate that I so happen to be
Yeah.
fucking Filipino and proud.
Yeah. And if like you are a man or woman that like really likes Asian people and you're like searching them out as romantic partners, first of all, I guess like good taste.
Good taste.
But just don't be weird about it.
Don't be weird.
Don't
Yeah,
be creepy.
Don't make it. Don't.
Don't make it your personality.
Yeah.
And don't make it our personality either.
Yeah.
Because Because I think that's a big part of it when they turn it into like that's the only interesting thing about you.
It's like you put us in a box and you expect us all to be and perform the same way.
Yes, when you're fetishizing Asian women, it's like you're fetishizing the cultural aspect of it as well, which is like the very subservient, very like domestic, kind of personality type.
Yeah, submissive.
Yeah, and you're like,
bitch, nah.
I'm so loud. I'm so loud.
I'm like a foghorn.
Literally.
You can hear us
me
both coming.
from so far away. The amount of people that have literally told me like, I heard you.
Here she comes.
From a mile off. Your laugh was just echoed.
Yeah. Cuts through everything.
Distinguishable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're welcome.
Yeah, man. But I just feel like you need to be uniquely you.
Yeah.
Period.
And
if you, then whatever. Your ethnicity, your genetic makeup is an added, like, blah to it.
It's a little spice.
Oh my God. Have you ever been to Mama Lion?
No, what is that?
Oh my God. I accidentally wound up there, like, last Friday after axe throwing with my girls.
Oh, yeah?
And this random, like, famous Korean, like, comedian that's, like, just viral famous.
Yeah.
Gets us into the club.
Into the club.
And let me tell you, it was, like, the who's who of, like, sexiest Asians in LA. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? Everyone here is bloody gorgeous, and, like, the subtle flex of all the designer brands that they were wearing, I was like, who are you? You have money, honey.
Okay.
Wild.
We have like 40 minutes of footage right now.
Okay.
We need to talk about your actual...
Okay.
We need to...
Ask me questions.
We have so much fucking footage. We need to talk about your actual creative process.
Okay.
More importantly than all of Rozen's life experience. And also the fact that you are an incredible director. Her music. She just dropped an album.
She did.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh my gosh, it was definitely a labor of love. I will say it was like my baby. It was the thing that got me through grieving the loss of my dad. I lost my father to cancer July 21st of 2022, and it's been like, oh my gosh, it's been such a process, but like this was my baby. This was my lifeline. The album allowed me to just express my true self. I got to just like fuck around and find out like what came out, what I sounded like when I'm free to create, and there's no label telling me what to look like, there's nobody else telling me what to say, there's nobody else writing it. It's like, what do you want to say? And it just kind of like I just word vomited this whole track list, and it's very much my life. Like if you really know me and you listen to the album, you'll be like, I know what she's talking about, I know that time she's talking about. And it's just been like the course of the last year. And it's been like my baby, honestly. It took me 9 years to create it, and now it's out there. It's being listened to, and people are receiving it so well. And like the next
so
step,
good.
oh, thank you.
Sloppy is just my hype song. Narcissist. Anytime a bitch does me wrong, right on.
I just let it all out, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna try and sound like anyone else. I'm just gonna try and sound like me.
Do you?
Yeah, and I had a producer that was just so dedicated to giving me exactly what I wanted. Stop it! I just realized your thing is PMS.
Are you PMSing?
Oh my
That's my
God.
tagline.
Oh.
Are you PMSing?
Oh my God. I'm hyped for you, bitch.
Thank you. So, do you have a manager currently?
I do not, but I'm actually having a meeting with a management group
Ooh.
on Sunday.
Ooh,
So
that's very
stay
exciting.
tuned.
So go back. This is how many years ago?
Oh my God, like I want to say like maybe 5 years ago, because I was dancing for a while before. I was like, you know what, I'm going to put that hat away and I want to just dance for myself, and I want to dive into my musical career. And at the time, I really wanted to be signed by a label. I really, really wanted that 360 deal. Like I wanted to be the next Ariana Grande, next Beyonce, next big thing.
Can you explain what a 360 deal is?
I don't think I can at this state. I was going to ask you.
Actually, in fact, I can. I can explain what the 360 deal is.
Take it away, Maylin.
During my time in graduate school at the University of Southern California, go Trojans, fight on. I have not attended a sporting event there. Not one. So basically, the 360 deal when you go in is, and we are told that this is often a very difficult path to go down because they are so often trying to fuck you over. They try to trick you with things like, yes, of course, we'll do everything for you. We'll give you this producer. We'll give you recording money. We'll give you like the sounds and like the studio time and choreographers. And like, don't worry, we'll just deduct that preemptively.
But they recoup it.
By recouping it through your music, through percentages. But like, don't worry, we're gonna be giving you everything. So it's like, we're gonna take care of it all, the tour, the whole shebang. We'll give you it all. And like, of course, yeah, you'll get paid and you'll be famous. And like, just like, don't worry about it. And like, the house, the car, yeah.
And that's what I thought I wanted. I really, really wanted that. And oh my God, I didn't even tell you. I was a part of like 5 different girl groups.
Stop, what?
That's a whole other story.
You have accomplished so many things. Like, you keep being like, for multiple years, I did this and was incredible at it and mastered it professionally. And then moved to another career. And I'm like, hi, I'm 5.
I'm 5.
And I don't know what I'm doing.
No, oh my God, no. Like, right out of college, I was like a part of all these different girl groups, and it was like back to back to back to back. Like, I was a part of them for like months at a time, and then that would break up, and then I would jump to another one. It's like, I did not know how.
Meet them?
Bitch, Craigslist, LA casting.
Not Craigslist!
Yeah.
Never meet anyone off Craigslist.
I know. But I did.
And were any of them good?
Did. Yes.
What happened? Just internal drama?
Whew. Okay, so this one guy that claimed to be Lisa Left Eye Lopez's like best friend and baby brother figure. He discovered me through a mutual friend who was a professional dancer.
Okay.
And at the time, this guy was casting for Kelly Rowland's like girl group that she was looking for, and I had an anxiety attack during the audition. I saw Kelly Rowland in the dance studio, and I was like, oh my God, I am overwhelmed with imposter syndrome. I am overwhelmed with like, oh my God, what if I'm not good enough? They're getting ready to call my number.
You're going up like one by one. Are you singing?
Yes.
Are you dancing? What are you doing?
Singing.
Did you pick the song or did they teach something earlier?
No, you pick the song.
So they're like, did you have to choreograph it as yourself as well?
Nope, we made it through the dance portion.
Oh, so that was a separate dance call.
Killed it.
Kill the dance call. Always.
So I'm like, woo,
always.
got it,
Feel
got
that.
it. Then when you have to sing, when you can see the shit you're doing, I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna call my number next. Like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Room full of gorgeous, talented, triple threat women, and I'm like,
you guys all stay in there during each other's auditions too?
Anxiety. I was
That's
like, oh
so
my God.
stressful.
So stressful. And everyone's killing it. And people who I thought were killing it, she was like, thank you. And they would leave. And I was like, oh my God, I'm dying. Kill me. Bitch, I walked out.
Before they called your number?
Yep. Little Rozen was very anxious.
Baby.
I would rather leave and never know if she was going to say no to me than fuck around and find out if she was going to say, nope, you're not good enough. And you know what? That girl group didn't even go anywhere, so it's okay. It didn't even matter. But it led me to another girl group that I was actually in called Lipstick. Oh my God, it was Lipsitq. Our music was amazing. This guy claimed to be Lisa Left Eye Lopez's like brother figure, like younger brother figure. He took me under his wing. I was like his star child. Like, he was not sexually interested in me whatsoever, unlike
Love
a
when
lot
that
of people.
happens.
Yeah, taste that you even have to wonder more often than not.
Yeah.
But this guy, he was very nice, but it turned out he was very, very narcissistic, very, very controlling. Like, something was off, but he was, go figure, he was fucking brilliant. Like, brilliant pen. Yep, brilliant pen, brilliant producing mind. Like, he would vocal produce, he would give me the melody, and he'd hear me sing it, and he'd be like, try it like this, and I would kill it, and I would never hear myself sing like that. So I was like, oh, he brings out the best in me, like vocally. but he was kind of like a demon. Like, he was kind of awful.
Oh.
Not kind of, like a lot awful.
How so?
Oh my God. I'm scared to say this.
No names.
I'm like, it got to a point where it seemed like there was like some ritual of some sort that he was going to invite the girl group to once we were ready. And I was scared because I didn't like the jewelry that he was wearing. It gave off very like demonic vibes. And I was like, oh fuck, I don't want to.
Like literally satanic
I was like,
cult
are we
vibes.
going there? Are we going there? Oh my God, do I want this that badly? If it came down to it, if all the conspiracy theories were real, if I had to actually sell my soul, could I? And I was like, oh my God, this is too real. This is too real. Did we ever go to a ritual? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But it was like mentioned. I don't know if he was just like saying it as a joke, but anyway. So this guy, brilliant as he was, he formulated this girl group, and we were great. Like, we sounded bomb, but there was a lot of cooks in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of like egos involved.
Mm-hmm.
I was the wide-eyed like girl that was the triple threat. I could sing, act, dance, model, and I'm good on camera. Like,
Yes, queen.
I know how to fuck it. I
You
know
tell
how to
'em.
be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I know how to perform. I know how to show up. I know how to be on interviews. I know how to be on the red carpet. I know how to dance. My pickup is good. I know how to sing. I know
We're
how to
just
harmonize.
excited to be there.
You know? And
We're
I'm like,
pumped.
I'm just happy.
We're performers.
Like, you need me to sing a
No,
verse?
yeah, we're ready to go.
Yeah.
You want a harmony? We can take it
got
up a
it.
notch.
Yeah.
You want me to transpose this sheet music?
Thank
Let's
you.
go.
You want me to transpose it in right now?
Yeah.
Great.
Do you want an 8 forte turn
Yeah.
or a 10? Just tell
Exactly.
me.
Exactly.
Because we're also people pleasers.
Yeah, you want me to reverse the choreo and do it on this side?
We're
Great.
flipping it around. We're going backwards, no mirror. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, I'm down. A bitch is down. So I was a team player, but a lot of people were not. A lot of people were like, why are you giving her the chorus? Why are you giving her the verse and the harmonies and the chorus and the bridge? Why are you giving her all the good parts? Sometimes in front of me, too. And I'm like, a bitch is anxious. I can't do this. Like, I just want to be friends with everyone. I was like, why is this girl, like, who is supposed to be my teammate, just isolating me completely, kind of like alienating me? And I just was doing my job. I wasn't even the one asking for the parts. And I was like, you can take the bridge if you want. And they're like, no, Rozen sounds better doing it. Have her sing it. Can you sing this really quick? Boom. But it caused problems because there was a lot of egos involved. Mm-hmm. So that was a part of the name of the game. And eventually, it turned out in that girl group, our manager, the brilliant guy who was so talented, but like kind of like, kind of some screws loose, he ended up like stealing all the money from our investor, who we were never allowed to meet or never allowed to directly speak to. Yeah. And our manager, she was ready to move us in. We were ready to go on tour. We were going to open up for Nick Jonas and Demi Lovato at the Honda Civic tour.
What?
And the fucking flyers are hilarious because they gave me blue hair and a fat ass. They went like this. I was like, damn. And I was
Who
whiter
is
than the white
she?
girl. Yeah.
Who is she?
On the fucking poster. And I
That's
was like,
insane.
I was like, wow.
Do you think it was real?
That's a really great question. Because you can manufacture, like, propaganda like that. You can manufacture a nice billboard ad. You can manufacture a nice flyer.
Yeah.
But the tour was real. Demi Lovato and Nick Jonas were on tour.
Were you just like, were they just showing you their schedules?
I have no idea. That
And
I
so
will
what?
never
So
know.
at the very end of the day, what happened?
At the very end of the day, we were getting fitted for our earpieces. We had all of the mock-ups for our outfits for the show. We had been rehearsing with our choreographers. We were show fucking ready, okay? Backing tracks, everything. We were just getting so excited to have our custom earpieces, right? We get a call. Hey, everything's fallen through. Everything's canceled. There's no money. Everything's canceled. You can't say anything. And I was like, I didn't sign shit. It took experiences like that in order for me to realize You need to just be independent. You fuck this girl group shit, find your voice, and go independent. You can do it on your own. And I had to knock on all the wrong doors before I finally found my tribe musically, which it's rare. A lot of people get taken advantage of. Like coming out of college, I was in an abusive relationship for 2.5 years, and I didn't tell anyone about it. And being dramatic as I am, the performer that I am, I needed to come out with a project that like allowed me to shed my skin.
Yeah.
And it's called Pages. I'll send it to you. It's out of like the pages from my journal, because I wrote in my journal and I confided in those pages when I was literally getting like choked and yelled at and like verbally abused and like just mentally manipulated, which is more often than more common than most people think. It happens in like 1 in 4 people. But not to say that it's okay, but I was like, you know what? Music helped me heal from that. And because I put that EP out there, like through trending hashtags and domestic violence awareness, I met my best fucking friend. Her name's Kristen. Shout out to Kristen. Hey, girl. And at the time, she was advocating like heavy against domestic violence. And she found my music. And she was like, oh my God, like we need to be friends. Met her on FaceTime, immediately like hit it off. And then next thing you know, I'm like touring the US because she put me on her board that allowed me to like speak out against domestic violence. And I traveled like to all these different colleges.
That's so cool.
Yeah, like I'm even talking like Georgetown University. Like I couldn't even get into that university, and here I am speaking on stage in an auditorium to their students and performing my music that I wrote about me being abused. Like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
I was shook, and I was like, I'm getting paid for this? What?
That's so cool.
And yeah, so I met her, and she is married to this phenomenal producer. He's absolutely like a musical genius. He can write, he can sing, he can produce. And at the time, he was like kind of helping like train and get this up and coming producer on his feet and getting him regular work. And his name is Merch. Shout out Merch. Love you, little bro. And we just hit it off. Like the first time we met, we made a song. It's Safe Space on the album. And we just hit it off, and he really, really heavily believed in me. Our chemistry is great in the studio. We can write, we can flow. I could give him a topic, and we can just ebb and flow together. And like that's all you want as an artist. You want someone that's gonna help nourish your craft while you're in there and allow you to like be yourself, which he did. Then I remember him being like, listen, I want to make you one hell of an album. Like, trust me. Pick me. Like,
Pick
choose me.
Choose me.
Love me. So I found him, and I decided, I'm like, you know what? Nobody else has ever hit me with that much passion and desire to create something great. Everyone here in LA, like, there's oftentimes, like, ulterior motives.
That's what I'm so scared of.
Yeah. And you kind of should be.
Yeah, no, like literally. Everyone is kind of trying to take
Yeah.
advantage of you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like,
It's hard to find good people in the music industry.
I think in any industry.
Yeah. Entertainment, period. It's really hard. It took experiences like the girl group days and having a manager who was promising me the world, like sharing movie scripts with me that like movies that weren't even announced yet that were going to be out. I would know about them, and he would say like, you look at Angelina Jolie. She ended up marrying her manager at one point before Brad. Things like that happen. It's Hollywood. Like, I would give you acting classes. I would get you a manager, get you anything you needed, like a house, whatever you needed. I'd take care of you, and I'd set you up for your career. And I was like,
Yeah.
what's the catch?
Literally, yep.
And the catch was, like, as long as I get to sleep with you. It's weird because do you know who you are in that moment? If you're single and you want it so badly, how much is it worth? Like, is it worth selling yourself, is it worth it? And I'm not even gonna lie, at some point I was like, is this something you would do? And I had to be real with myself, and it took moments like that. It took like little motherfuckers like that in order for me to realize, like, okay, no, you don't want to do that. You are better than that. You don't want to give into that. No, you know your morals. And it took those challenges in order for me to realize, like, oh, I think I'm one of the good ones. I'm one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you're growing up, you're like, I just want to be a star. I just want to be famous. Yeah. I always wanted to be that. But, like, it takes horrible experiences like that.
I don't want to do that.
It's scary, but you have people like me that don't gatekeep this shit.
No, that's what I'm trying to say is that that's why I'm doing this.
The weirdies are out there, beach.
Be careful. Once again, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is.
Probably is. And I will say, you have to invest in yourself as an artist in order to get quality shit done. You cannot expect to get these things for free. You can't expect that someone's gonna fund your album. Like, as an independent artist, if you're gonna do this without a label, it's a gift and a curse, because you have to fork up the money, either find an investor, find management, or find some sort of deal so that you don't have to pay for it yourself, or, bitch, you're gonna probably have to pay for it yourself.
How much?
Everything.
Did your album cost, may I ask?
Yeah. $5,000?
Okay.
$5,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Queen.
For, what was that? 10 songs?
That was amazing. The quality, everything. Like, also the music videos and stuff. Is that included in the $5,000?
No.
Okay.
No, separate.
Separate costs.
Separate costs.
Do not.
Yeah, but, like, get ready to fork up the money. And as an independent artist, you're like, okay, I'm saying yes to my freedom. I get to say what I want. I get to put out whatever visuals I want on my own time. I get to look however the fuck I want. But you pay the price because you don't have a machine pushing you. It's you. It's your money. If you want to push, you're going to need to run it up in ads. Who's going to pay for the ads? Who's going to make the ads? You. Who's going to pay for them? You. Where are you going to get that money? That's the hardest part as an independent artist, because it's like, oh my God, you can make the music all you want, but do you know how many people, how many artists out there whose music falls on deaf ears? Why? Because they don't push it. They create it, they post it,
push it,
and they don't push it. You might as well not make it.
Yeah. Yeah, because also, like, the algorithms and shit are actively working against you.
Yeah, like, it's one thing if you're like, I'm doing this for myself.
Yeah.
Great. But if you're actively trying to get on a tour or open up for an artist, make it a big-time, full-time career, you gotta invest in it. You gotta be able to fork up the money. And it's like, how do you do that? And that's been the biggest challenge for me. Like, it was the biggest challenge up until I really stopped trying to stick to the status quo of everything and, like, join the rest of the sheep. I tried all these different jobs. It did not sustain me. I was the waitress. I was the barista. I was the secretary. I did all the side hustle jobs. I was the extra in the crowd. I did audience work. And I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I wish I could just, like, make money doing something I loved. What do I love? Creating, telling stories. Pandemic hit. I was like, let me invest in a good iPhone. And I really want to get good at filming my own content because I have the time. I remember, I was at brunch with some girlfriends, and I remember I was like, I think I want to be the girl that people call when they don't have time to, like, figure out how to use their phone to shoot their content. Like, they're behind the scenes, whatever it is, their thing that they're doing, acting, singing, breath work, dancing, fucking small business owner, rapper, lyricist, yoga instructor. Bring me with you and I will shoot your content so that you don't have to. So that you have social media content to pull from. That's what I want to make into my, like, career. Girl. 2 of them were like, no one's going to pay for that. Needless to say, I'm not really close with them anymore. So during the pandemic, I got really good at, like, kind of creating UGC content without even really knowing what the fuck it meant. And I created this one reel I submitted to the company that I work for now, and I like tagged them in a TikTok and an Instagram reel. And I was like, hey, I found your next content producer. And I did like a really seamless transition, and I like transformed into this like cute girl with a like beret and a camera, and I got the job.
Queen, as she should.
And that's how I met you.
And that's why we're here today, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen.
Yeah, and that's the job that allows me to do what I do as an independent artist. I'm able to live in the city of my fucking dreams.
Yep.
I'm able to fund my career off of being a full-time content creator. Is it time-consuming? Yes, but do I love it? Fuck yeah.
It is really fun.
It's really fun. Like, you've worked with me.
It's really fun. I honestly would kind of really enjoy content producing as well.
I think you would, too. Sigh.
Tell the people about the manager story that you told me just moments ago while my battery was dying.
Oh my gosh, so I had this one manager approach me.
How did you meet them?
Oh my gosh, this is a great question. I feel like this was on LA Casting, and there was an audition, and I like made the cut.
Okay.
I think that's how that
What
happened.
kind of audition was it?
Like singing like a triple threat type thing. Like,
Oh, they
can
were
you
just,
act?
like,
Can you
searching
model?
for.
Yeah, searching for like a triple
Yeah,
threat.
yeah. And LA Casting, for anyone who doesn't know, is like, which is now Casting Networks.
Yeah.
I don't think LA Casting exists anymore.
Yeah. Cutie.
And it's just like an online casting portal where you
Yes.
can sign up for free or
Yep.
pay money to add additional photos and videos and materials.
Yes.
And if you have an agency or anything like that, they can submit you through the websites to different casting directors and casting projects.
Yes.
I will say, if you are with an agency, they're going to receive different castings and different casting calls
Yes.
and like projects than you would if you are just a person off the street
Yeah.
doing this on
Yeah.
the free version.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I've done both.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a part of both sides of that spectrum. But I met him this way. I remember we met at like Magnolia Cafe or something in North Hollywood. I remember he was saying that he was gonna like fund everything, like pay for my apartment, pay to like whiten my teeth, get my boobs done, get my hair done, however the fuck I wanted, groom me to be like gorgeous, whatever I needed, right? I was like, oh, well, what's the catch? I remember saying, like, this seems too good to be true.
Yep.
He put me in acting classes. I went to acting class. I loved it.
I love acting classes.
Yes. He was like, I'm going to get you a producer. Started recording the songs. Loved it. We get so far as to going to Warner Music Group. And I meet them. I'm in, like, when I look back at it, I'm like, I'm not clothed. I'm like in a bra and like high-rise black Spanx and knee-high stiletto boots and a choker, and I'm singing for these two men in a boardroom inside Warner Music Group. I remember driving far, and I'm like naked. I'm like not really wearing clothing.
Did they tell you to wear that there?
I honestly can't remember, but I think there was like a selection of clothing, and they were like, this, wear this. And I was like, okay. Give me your best version of Work From Home by Fifth Harmony. And I was like, okay. And sang it for them, and they were like, yeah, no, we love it. We love her. I left thinking this like Warner Music Group experience was amazing. I took a photo outside, everything. It was great. Then I meet up with him after the fact, like a few days later, at this cafe, and I ask him like, what's the catch? And he's like, I mean, if we happen to be doing a shoot and we're in like a beach in France, you'd let me rub the lotion all over your body. And I was like, what? I was like, I'm pretty sure that was exactly my response. Like my animated ass. I was like, what?
Looks to camera, hands to the fourth wall.
I looked at the waitress. I shit you not. And she did not see me, but I was like, somebody please help
me.
help. And I'll never forget, this waitress comes over and she pours him coffee, and I'm like, I go, no. He goes, ha 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 ha. She won't let me put lotion on her. To the waitress. And I was like, this isn't a, like, casual conversation. This is like, I don't want that. And he was like, Angelina Jolie dated her manager. It's a common thing. I'll never forget. He said that. And I was like,
So it's not just lotion. You actually want me to date you.
yeah.
In fact.
Yep, he was going to give me an apartment and everything. He showed me the nice apartment and everything. No, and I was sad, and I hate that I was tempted because I was already in love with my acting class and everything that I was getting. I didn't know what my boundaries were. When you come here and you're fresh fucking meat, you find out real quick what lines you're willing to cross. Real quick. Mm-hmm. If you don't have your integrity, if you don't have your shit together, that's how people get sucked into this business. And they'll have their 15 minutes of fame, and they'll get chewed up and spit out. It's really hard to find the right tribe in this industry, and so far I've had to knock on all the wrong doors before I finally found people who did not have any ulterior motives. They just wanted to see me shine, and they wanted to see me win. And yeah, I had to invest in it, and it took blood, sweat, and tears. It wasn't as easy as like, let me kind of sell a little bit of myself, a little bit, and have this rich person fund it for me. But it's empowering as fuck to be able to be like, oh my God, I am funding this. I'm calling the shots. I get to determine what color palette my album is. I get to decide what order the track list is, what the song title is, who the dancers are, what choreographer. It's very empowering. Is it absolutely time consuming? Fuck yeah. It's really hard. Do I have a full-time job outside of my full-time job? Yes. But what do you do as an artist? You have to do it. You have to do it. You know what I mean? Like, who knows when I'm gonna finally want to stop banging this drum, but I need to do it now. Like, while I'm still young, while I can still move this way, while I still look like this. You know, I never want to look back and regret and be like, fuck, I could have done it.
I feel like this all the time where it's like, I can see it.
I can feel it.
I can
feel it.
So close.
Yeah, I can feel it. I've literally, like, had this overwhelming dream of being at the Grammys. I've had this overwhelming dream. And it's almost like I can fucking feel it. So I believe that it's true. And I'm like, I need to break my own barriers of, like, not being good enough. Like, my internal narrative where I grew up feeling that way because other people told me that. I need to bury that narrative. And, like, I've been proving myself wrong. You know, like, I put together an album on my own. I chose everyone that was involved in it. I created my album release party from scratch.
That was insane. Aww. Guys, it was literally like 4 separate locations. Like, there was like a whole ass museum of Rozen's life and every single like song. Zach, who is not impressed by literally anything, was like, damn, this is cool. I was like, God. No, this is sick. I did accidentally sign the wrong thing.
It's okay. Oh my God, I love it. I never got rid of it.
Good, thank God.
I love it.
I just signed a picture, an actual picture frame, because I thought that was what it was
talking about. It's in my apartment.
Thank God.
No, like, I love that I get to do this.
Yeah.
And there's no label. I get to let my creative mind just run wild, which is like an artist's dream. I'm like, oh my God, it just feels like never-ending art class. Taking the pressure off of it and just allowing it to be is all part of, like, just how things happen.
Yeah.
When it's like less is more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just fucking put it out there because you can. And we have social media these days. I am a firm believer that, like, whatever you want to do, follow that fucking energy. Because you emit this frequency that you can actually feel within, like, 3 feet range. Like, people will feel.
And they tell you. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, that was my album release party. Yeah. I was like, you guys are here and you guys are feeling this.
Yeah.
And everyone was beautiful there. I was like, oh my God.
You're the blueprint.
Oh, love you, girl.
This this is gonna happen.
You can do it.
You can do it. You can do it. Don't join groups.
Exactly. Don't join.
Do it on your own. That's
Feel
what
free to find your
I
voice.
learned with this podcast. I've always just kind of assumed that I would have a podcast. I'm like, yeah, that'll be there. Of
gotta do
course.
it.
But I was always looking for other people to start that with.
Ooh.
Because I didn't have the confidence in myself to do it alone. Even though I am the biggest control freak. I wanted help because I'm like, I'm baby, but also it's like, no, it has to be done this way.
Yeah. And I think the best advice, because I'm the same way, best advice is like, no one's coming to save you. You gotta do it. You gotta start it. You gotta take the big leap.
If you want something done right, do it yourself.
Do it your friggin' self.
You've taught us so much incredible knowledge today. Like, you've lived actually 8 lives in one.
I'm a cat.
No, I'm so confused.
Oh! He said cat?
He heard his cue.
Oh
He said,
my
that's
God.
my cue.
He said 5, 6,
that also
7, 8.
hit my face.
Dead.
He hit my face and microphone with
He
that.
said cameo?
I'm hungry now. Everyone say thank you, Rozen. We love her so much. She did. Helped so much. Are you PMSing?